showtime.
Only slabs.
Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here for the Great Wall of Comics. It's Slabber Day. It's 2025. We're kicking off a new season. And with me for season 6, as the co-host, you never would have suspected it, but it's Chris the Comic Vet. How the hell are you, sir?
I'm good.
He's
You
stop for a second there.
Okay.
We've got the new silent version of Chris the Comic Vet.
Oh, okay. Is it working now?
You were just
better?
gonna hold up a sign. You're just gonna hold up a sign. Said, "Would you read the right
Yes,
side of that label?"
yeah. I will text you and you speak for me. Okay.
No. We don't need that. I think it's just the signs would be like a little sign on a painter stick. You can hold up like Wile E. Coyote every once in a while. That would be great. And then once per episode, you have something really profound to say, and you speak like Silent Bob in the movies, where he just has one line at some point that's profound and important.
Let's go.
All right, he's not having that. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, our guest today may need no introduction if you're watching YouTube in January, because he's going to be all over the place. It's his birthday month, and he is going to make sure you know it. Ladies and gentlemen, Cliff on Comics.
Hello.
How you doing, Cliff?
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
Well, we're ducky.
Oh,
Wonderful.
good. I love that. You know, Chris, you really missed out on my birthday stream on Wednesday, especially because we did a poll from Rob's box, and it was magnificent, truly magnificent.
Yes.
There was a Redstone number 1. There was a Punchline first appearance in the
People
Slab.
go back and watch that. We got to get on with this show. That's an old show. We don't talk about that. I'm going old school today, by the way, just for you, Cliff. I pulled out the old school OG Only Slabs jersey as opposed to my more modern one. But we're going to do what we do to get this show on the road, and that's play Romper.
Romper bumper, stomper boo, tell me, do. Magic mirror, tell me today, did all my friends have fun at play?
Well, they're having fun to play. Well, Cliff. Well, Chris went away. Heroes for Hire Comic Club says, I beat Les Crucius is here.
You did.
Then Les Crucius said, hooray for you. Woohoo. Robert Monroe, happy Slabber Day, happy New Year's. The Adventurous Joe says, you WWE fans, you've heard of Tiffy time. Well, today it's Cliffy time.
I'll take it.
Marty Alechko, happy Slabber Day from Canada, everyone, and drops that $2 super chat. New Year, same battle. Slabs are good. Cancer is bad. We appreciate you as always, and here you go. Nerdy Geek, happy Slabber Day, first Slabber Day of the new year. Absolutely, new year, new season as we go. Comiverse, good Slabber Day afternoon, everyone. John's Comics with Kids, very excited for Cliff's return to Only Slabs. John Comics Avalon, happy Slabber Day, everyone. I'm excited to see Cliff's collection. Evil Mike is here to witness Cliff's long, hard plastic slabs. Cat Fan Comics, man, happy Slabber Day. Rob's Fat Stacks and Chris the Comic Vet Collector's first show of 2025, and it stars the crazy comedian comic collector Cliff. Woohoo! Let's go. Yeah, hey, comedy's easy sometimes. I mean, sometimes it's not. Ronnie Johnson, up and away. It's Slabber Day. I like that one.
That feels appropriate.
Yeah. Anachronic Comics, boy with Cliff on this. This is going to be interesting. Mad Spidey checks in. He says, good morning, everyone. Wayne Deacon, it's sexy Cliff's slab showing, and Cliff, we mean your slabs and nothing else. Hi, Rob and Chris. Chris, where were you on the Live on Cliff's greatest giveaway box in the universe? Gave me a slab. Oh, the greatest, not Cliff's greatest giveaway box, but anyways, yeah. And it's all it's on the way in the mail to you, Wayne. Congratulations. Let's see here. We got say hello, Couching and Slouching with Sea Bizzle. What a do, everyone. Brian LCS, release the Cliff. I like that.
It feels
Justin Birch letters. Hi, everyone. Bat Dan, happy slabby year to Rob, Chris, and Cliff, and everyone else in the chat from Britain. Let's see, Dale Suspense says it's Slabber Day. Dead Man, happy Slabber Day, everyone. Phil Aileen, hello. Let's see here. Who else we got? Cali Comics. Hola, mis amigos. Digger Jim, hello, everyone. Brian Barrick, good day, all. The real James Willie, not that fake James Willie. 24 months of debauchery. He's been he's saying he's been a member. Phenomenal. Yeah, we just hit the 2-year mark on the membership this month. That's right.
Nice.
Upgraded mustache colors for some folks. Let's see who else we need to say hello to here in the chat here. Scrolling through. Boom. I think, Jedi Batman. Well, hello there. Ian and Becca Comics. Here to say Cliff.
I met them this year in Connecticut.
Awesome. Papa Wheelie drops in. Good God, it's Cliff again. He drops that super chat. Thank you so much for that super chat. Of course, all the super chats throughout the show, guys, as well as the channel membership, everything, it all goes to support Comics Curing Cancer. Comics Curing Cancer, of course, the charity that I help run, that this comic community has embraced. Last year, thanks to you all, we raised over $57,800. Phenomenal. Thank you guys all so much. So really appreciate these super chats. They really help us with the channel, with all of our efforts to get Comics Curing Cancer out there for everyone. Papa, this one's for you.
That beautiful bean footage.
Probably the one that he wanted to see the least, but sorry, Papa. They come in order the way they come. Kingdom of Nerds. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming on by. Appreciate you joining us here today. See who else we got to say hello to. Chuck Hensey. Happy Slab Day all. Thank you, sir. Valen Rook dropping by. New year, new hunting. That is true. Very true. Let's see here. We got boom, boom, boom. Cliff on Comics. He drops a $5 super chat to say cancer. And not in a good way. Cliff, this one's for you. Birthday fireworks at the end, even. Sector 2815. Hello, folks. Thank you for coming on by. Go ahead. What was that?
I said I look forward to those fireworks for my birthday. Also, I'll be one of Paul's first guests of the new year.
Nice. Excellent. Austin LeMay swinging on by. Hey, gang. Of course, the king of all nerds, Taylor Winder. Hey, nerds. It's 2026 yet?
If only.
Maybe.
Almost. It's getting there.
Let's see. Last time Cliff was on, we set a record for super chats for the new year for C3. So come on. Nice. Okay. Who else we need to say hello to before we go? Oh, Timo Hana. Mahalo, everyone. Guys, make sure I got a big favor. I want you guys do me a favor and make sure you guys go support. Subscribe to Timo Hana if you're not already. he's a huge supporter also of Comics Curing Cancer. Every year sends us a huge stack of slabs. If you watch his unboxing videos now, he's already he's doing what I'm doing on some stuff, upgrading stuff and getting things for the Comics Curing Cancer this coming year. So give him a subscription, give him a follow. A huge supporter of Comics Curing Cancer. Thank you so much, Rich. We really appreciate you and everything that you do for us as well.
You're here.
Locke, good afternoon, gents. Of course, Locke, guys, he did a huge amount for Comics Curing Cancer this year. Up in the overnights, did like I think he was close to 20 commissions or something he took on behalf of Comics Curing Cancer. Very generous artist, great stuff. Make sure you check him out as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the way he's slid in and helping out the community. He's actually going to be a part of the 2025 art book this year, which is awesome. I just sent him a book to do a commission. You're going to love it, Chris. We're doing a Sinister Six commission.
Oh, original
Christina Payne. Hello, how are you? Our mod extraordinaire, Jagular. Hello, everyone. Charmaine Deacon joining us. Let's see who else we got. Man, I got to get through this chat so we can get to the show, but we got to say hello to everybody. That is the YouTube law. I think we're getting close. As we're getting through here. Boom, boom, boom. Anybody else? Do we say hello, diggers? Boom, scrolling through. Don't want to miss. Oh my goodness, am I behind or what? Steve White. Good afternoon, everyone. Bam! Super chat from Team Ohana. Already getting started on my donations for 2025. Yeah, as I said, congrats. Thank you so much for that. Dropping that $10 super chat. Appreciate you there. This one is for you, sir.
Time I ever asked for anything I really wanted.
Aggressively relaxing. Yay! It's Cliff. The Mad Respect says, "Hey, community! Thank you for coming on by." Boom, boom. Who else we gotta say? I gotta go fast. We're running out of time. Fantastic comics and art. Howdy, Cat Steve Evil Dale. Maybe an interesting hybrid character. So, Mr. Comics 89, hello all. Thank you for coming. Joffrey Castro, hello, gentlemen. We'll be popping in multiple times because it's my birthday this week. Oh, congratulations.
Happy birthday.
January is filled with many great birthdays. And we'll wrap it up at the end of the year with this guy. Anyways, it's not about me. It's not about you. It's all about Cliff. So, Cliff, welcome once again to OnlySlabs. We're happy to have you with us. For those who don't know you, have missed out, have no idea, drop for them the cliff notes of your comic book origin story. How did you find yourself on this planet with magical powers that gave you godlike abilities?
Well, I was born on New Year's Day, so automatically I was a magical New Year's baby. And for my town, I was the first of the year, and I never let anyone forget it for the past 40-something years. Then I was 2 years old when I discovered Christopher Reeve on CBS on my television, flying up into the air, catching Margot Kidder, and it said to be continued. And my life was never the same afterwards. And around 7 years old, I start picking up comics. And then by the time I'm 10 years old, I'm actively going out and pursuing Superman, Adventures of Superman, Action Comics, and Legion of Superheroes, barely even knowing what I'm reading. And all thanks to my wonderfully supportive mother, who was like, hey, my kid doesn't do anything, but he reads and he's not getting into trouble. So great. I'll support this habit.
That's a good one. Yeah. There's worse habits that mothers could support. Like
every
cocaine.
Single time. Every time. One time we were even at the mall and my friend is like, let's go to the arcade. And I was like, oh, okay. And my mom's friend is like, I don't want them going to the arcade. It's going to rot their brain, all these video games. Doesn't your son like to read? And she's like, do not get him started. She goes, why don't you just let the kids go to Barnes and Noble and pick something out? I'll pay for it. And she's like, oh my God, what are you doing? So anyhow, it wasn't Barnes and Noble, it was Walden Books. So yeah, who's got me? You got me, who's got you? I love that. I love that line. Anyhow, so needless to say, my friend and I did not go to the arcade today, and we each got a graphic novel from Walden Books. Because my mom's friend was having a fit that she didn't want us rotting our brains in the arcade while they were shopping at Sears.
Sears was great. You just run to the toy section to hang out.
Yeah.
Vogs, hello. All right, Cliff, let's hit them with that slab-tastic, that sexy slab action. What did you bring first? What's the first book you're going to share with us today?
All right. So the first book I'm going to share, I got it at a steal, and it was Houdat's auction some months back on Shortbox. I'm so sorry. And of course, there's a character who I really enjoyed playing in Marvel Future Fight on my phone. She was created for the bicentennial of South Korea, and you know her as Luna Snow. And it's this wonderful 9.8 War of the Realms, Agents of Atlas #1.
Wow. It's the COVID bubble that turned me onto this book because I didn't know that it existed. And then all of a sudden, spec behind it just blew this book out of the water.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then it took a dive, and I picked this up for an embarrassingly low price, but I really hope that Houdat appreciates that it's in my possession, and now I'm not going to go around and flip it.
All right. Cliff, new season, first book. Let's do this. Would you mind reading us what's on the right side of that blue label?
First appearance of Luna Snow, Seol Hee, Wave, Pearl Pangan, Crescent, Dan B, and first U.S. appearance of Arrow, Li Ling.
That's a big book. 7 of that's a big book.
And thanks to Marvel Snap and Marvel Future Fight. Well, I don't know. I think the crown is fun, and I only wear the crown for my birthday month, so give me a break.
There you go. Dr. Von Hoot comes in, dropping the 10-pound super chat. Sorry, I can't watch live. I'm in the oldest pub in Reading. Cliff is the best, and cancer is the worst. Well, thank you very much there. DVH, this one is for you.
You know, I'm very conflicted about how I'm supposed to feel watching this.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. And I love that it's 10 pounds because that way you know it's more than 10 USD.
Yeah, well, you know, it all evens out in the end. That's all that matters. Yeah. I really appreciate you guys. Of course, it's great getting the super chats in there, helping us kick off the new year, the new campaign against comics curing cancer. Thank you guys all so much. Garth Wong, hello. Thanks for coming on and by. Collecting with Durs, drop it in to say hello to everyone. There you go. All right, Cliff. All right. So Agents of Atlas #1, following that up in the #2 slot.
All right. So in the #2 slot, and this one is a Rob Fatstack's inspiration. It's because I had forgotten many times that this is Stan Lee's last creation for Marvel Comics.
Oh.
And that's Ravage 2099 #1.
Last. Not best, just last.
Yeah.
But it's foily goodness.
Shout out to Lunch Money that's joined us.
Awesome. Ravage 2099. Yes. Stan Lee's last created character that saw publication anyways.
At
not exactly. Yeah, at Marvel. Not exactly the greatest character ever created, I'll admit, as a 2099 fan. But still, he did have some fans throughout there, and I've got several copies of this myself, including signed copies, not by Stan Lee, but by
Because you wouldn't get Stan to sign that book.
I wouldn't wait in line to have a Stan signature. I only got my Stan Lee signatures I got elsewhere because I didn't want to wait in line for that stuff. But
Ravage.
I would have done it. I would have spent a whole
that
day.
would have been fun though to drop that in front of him. Why not?
Come on.
Dude,
Oh,
of all the things,
stop.
he
Come
might have
on.
actually got, dude, he might have just said, kid, get out of here.
You know, you'd be surprised, but some
No,
some
he'd sign
people
anything.
Oh,
Yeah, not just that they sign anything, but some people that I've been in front of, I'll bring a book that most people will tell me is absurd, but it's special to me. And I've had creators who've almost broken down in tears because I brought something that is typically ridiculous, but they're so happy that it meant something to me.
Yeah.
Or I find out it also meant something to them, and just the world never appreciated their creation.
That when I brought my Ravage C2E2 and I had Keith Williams sign it, he told a great, obviously at first he goes, man, I don't think I've ever signed one of these. But then he went on to tell a fabulous story about it being his first time meeting Stan Lee and what it was like to work with Stan Lee on the book and stuff. And so, yeah, not only will you get, and I've got, all my 2099 books I've had signed, number ones, I've had a number one signed by all the different artists. And every single time when you talk to them, it's something they don't sign all the time, except for Rick Leonardi. And you get great stories out of them. And they tell you that they had the fun that they had working on the book, even if it's not, considered one of their great masterpieces or whatnot.
Yeah,
I'm just
agree.
saying,
it's one of my favorite things.
if you're dropping over $100 for a Stan Lee autograph, which is somewhere in the neighborhood what it was before he passed away,
Mhm.
you're not putting Ravage 2099 in front of him.
Well, hey, you know what? We actually,
For me, right? If anything that's for me, I don't care because it's for me. Like
I'm
that's
just
the
saying
whole-
the two of you would not. You both.
No,
it would be a Spider-Man title.
I would
Chris,
have. But it's a forever conversation piece.
but Chris, even like I had so one of our members sent me an AOK of a Ravage 2099 signed by Stan Lee, and I had to return it back to him just because it was too much to get a Ravage 2099 signed by Stan Lee. I was like, as much as I super loved that, it was like, dude, I can't accept this. This is just too much. But man, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's not cheap, but anyways, Ravage 2099, I love it, Cliff.
I need to say in defense of that sort of activity that there is collecting for you, right? And there is collecting for flipping. And I'm just saying, like if I spent the $100 for Stan Lee or $150, it's going to be for me, and I would have chosen something like Ravage because then it's an entire conversation piece.
Yeah.
That's right.
And-
Collect what you want, Chris. Don't put your desires on us.
And I'm just saying it's not unreasonable.
Chris is trying to be an influencer.
We'll see.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm really I think I showed you guys this one before, but I really love it, and I don't want Capcom Collectibles coming after me for showing you a duplicate.
Well, we gotta get this show going, so show it anyway.
Yeah, we'll move on to something else. So recently, the Council Comics, Izzy, we were all at a show in Fishkill, New York, Iacon, which is now Icon, which is run by our friend Ramon, and he had, before the show even started, he had prize giveaways on Instagram, and one of them was Doorway to Nightmare #1, the first appearance of Madame Xanadu that I won.
Oh, nice.
So I love me the ladies of DC and Marvel, so I was all about this. But that was enough.
Cliff, who's that cover artist?
This cover artist is Michael Wim Kaluta.
Okay. I didn't recognize the art style at all. Okay.
I didn't either, but I did love the tarot card action.
Mm-hmm.
So then once we were inside, his mother was running a table for raffle tickets. So I spent $20 on tickets, and no one put any tickets in the raffle bag for this particular issue of All-Star Comics. And so I won myself an upgrade to a slab that you see behind me on the wall. And it's All-Star Comics number 58 in a 6.0, not restored, first appearance of Power Girl.
Hello, nurse.
And may I point out her suit window is not exaggerated at this point in time?
No.
So
And her
this
suit window is present.
This is a book that's like sometimes it's hot and not up and down and stuff, but definitely a great book to have. Power Girl's getting more attention lately. But so you got this, you said nobody else was entering a raffle for it. So basically you bought a ticket and got it.
I put all my tickets. I got $20 in tickets, and I threw them all in the Power Girl bag.
I have one question. Were you possibly nervous that you weren't going to win?
I was, because they were on the speaker. They were. There's two reasons. Reason number one is I put in all my tickets for a New Gods slab at the 3 Men in the Basement comic swap, and I lost it. I lost to some other guy, and I was devastated because I put like 20 tickets in there, you know. And I was like, how did he beat me? You know? And he won all sorts of stuff. And I don't know how he did it. I was crying. I really wanted that New God slab. And then I was afraid that time would pass and somebody would realize what this was. So the second thing that scared me is, as I was coming back in, the guy is on the microphone saying, Clifford, if you don't come and claim this, we're going to pick the next person. And I'm like, I'm here. And I'm running and screaming. Everybody's looking at me. Ryan Gray, Gary Brown, Gary DeHardens or whatever. They're all looking at me, running and screaming. So I was so happy to get this.
Nice.
He's the only one that beats people. Yeah.
So that's phenomenal, Chris. Nice throwback to the first episode of OnlySlabs. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, awesome.
Good old little son.
So we're building into like we're getting to places of 2024. But so I won another small My Comic Shop auction, and it's this 1987 miniseries from a very not well-known character. It's only an 8.0. It was only the first issue in an unlimited series. This Punisher #1.
Oh, this is where he brings the bazooka to a poker party.
Yeah,
that's right. It's like let's say overkill. Anyone?
So even as a kid, like I can remember when this book was released, and I remember looking at the cover. I'm like, if he pulls that trigger, he's going to be airborne about 3 New York blocks, like off the side of that building. So it's not necessarily a good idea. But my God, it's become such an iconic cover now. Like it's been homaged a few times. But yeah, Cliff, good for you. I think I'm going to have to try and pick up one of those slabs as well.
One of the slabs, not the rocket launcher.
No, not the
rocket launcher, I'm sure.
My days of playing rocket launchers.
You'll have to move to Texas for that.
No, I did it legally.
Or maybe Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Vegas. Yeah.
So I won one of the loot boxes for DJ Links this past year was a $200 mystery box from Nick's Kicks and Comics, and in it came this Venom slab that you see behind me that's signed. You know, that's a Null book. And when Nick wrote to me, he's like, "Do you prefer DC or Marvel?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm a slut for both." So he also sent me this Wonder Woman 80th anniversary Frankie's Comic Mint special edition, this Rose Besh.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
It really is.
Yeah, and that's such a big book. Like, I mean, thick wise.
Oh yeah, it is. It's like,
It's a big,
It's
big book.
Leg day is popular apparently.
I could, but also, I mean, I could hurt somebody with this. I could really whack them on the head.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah,
I thought
you
this was cool.
Yeah, you can jack up your truck with that slab.
Oh yeah,
Mike loves that cover.
I'm glad he does. It is a great cover. It is a great cover.
And Nick does curate great mystery boxes.
Yeah, she's thick. Oh, Nick's fabulous.
So
she's thick.
So Jose has sent me an embarrassing amount of wonderful things this year from Spidey's powder tumblers. But one of them is this newsstand edition. And not only is it a newsstand edition, it's also a Mark Jewelers. And I do not have, this is my first Mark, not that it should even be a big deal because I'm with Rob. It's just an insert, right? But this is my first Mark Jewelers comic ever, even though I live near Stewart Air Force Base. But this is my first Mark Jewelers comic ever. And it's Spectacular Spider-Man number 28.
Nice.
So, which is great because I do love me the series.
So what year is this book? Is this like 76?
No, this book is actually 79.
79? Because it's 35 cents. So I was like, oh, it's got to be 79.80, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the book's only a year and 2 months younger than me. It's great. And next up, during Comics Curing Cancer, and Rob has watched the videos now. I hope so, Rob, that I sent you. John's Comics with Kids won on my C3 special, my X-Men box. And on his C3 special, I won his X-Men box. And then we did a video where we opened each other's X-Men boxes. And he sent me this beautiful X-Men number 11, David Nakayama cover C from Unknown Comics. With my my favorite throuple of all time. And I stand by that. They had connecting bedrooms on Krakoa, and let's never forget.
That's right.
It's a great homage cover.
It's beautiful, beautiful. Next up in the, so like you can tell, like there's like, look at John, great cover. Yeah, it is. who loves you, Daddy? You know. So
there was another variant with that one too. There was I'm trying to remember what it was, but there was a variation with.
Yeah. No, there is. There's a Spider-Man Mary Jane one. There's a Spider-Man Black Cat one. There's this one.
So the Spider-Man Mary Jane one is actually kind of goes back to, so a J. Scott Campbell stuff. But there's actually on this particular one with that same time that released, there was a variant where it had, I can't remember what the character swap difference was, but there was.
Oh, there's also Scott and Emma with Jean watching. I've seen that one too.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah. Oh, Comic Cap Collectibles, you made it just in time.
Hello, Rich.
So far, no dupes.
He's all no dupes.
I see. Wow. He's been on me. He's been on me. So this one can't possibly be a dupe. I paid pennies on the dollar at a My Comic Shop auction for this one. Right? I never heard of this comic. Right? And the story is adapted by Denny O'Neil, and the cover artist is Walt Simonson, and it's only one issue, and it's Sherlock Holmes #1.
Nice slab.
And you want to know, by the way, I love this label. I'm obsessed with their new label. I love it so much.
Yeah.
But what's really funny, and I paid less than $20 for this. What's really less than the cost of having it slab. But what's really funny is this adapts his last story, his battle with Moriarty, and that's it. They adapted the last Sherlock Holmes story, made one comic for 25 cents, and that was it.
Now, Cliff, is it numbered number 1 or?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And they adapted it within the 32 pages, and that was it. One and done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Can't be a lot of depth to that story in 32 pages.
I think it's a little more than 32 pages, but
Is it
yeah,
maybe one of those 48-page specials or something?
I think it is. And
page?
not 60. It's definitely not 64. It's not that thick, but I
That
would
could
say
be one of the 48s.
yeah. And then that was that. And I was like, unbelievable. So I got this, and then for like $2, I got a loose copy so I could read it and go, what the heck is in here? And voila.
Taylor in the previous book, Taylor had said there needed to be a Wolvie making out with Cyclops, and
I need that.
Knowing Unknown Comics, it'll be out in foil.
If I'm lucky, if they're listening to me. But if it doesn't, if it won't sell, it won't. Also, Marvel has to approve it, and Marvel would never approve that. Thank you, Spidey. All right, so I gotta find. Okay, so this next one also came to me from Jose at Spidey's Powered Tumblers, and it's still in the world of 2099. It's Spider-Man 2099 number 36, which is the first appearance of Venom 2099.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, and boom goes the dynamite.
So we will never question my love for Spidey's Powdered Tumblers, ever, ever. He also sent me an Action Comics and 2 tumblers for me that were amazing. Not to mention the tumblers for the Council Comics this year that are phenomenal. It almost made grown men cry, and I absolutely love it. So this is just precious to me. So
Connecting cover variant goes with another.
Yes, it is. So I will hunt down that other one, and so 2099 issues were not on my checklist for this year, but I do want to get them. It just so happened I got a few 2099 things this year, so yay!
Good for you, Cliff. We expect all the number 1s and 9.8s. Let's go.
That's not going to happen, but
they're not expensive, Cliff.
No, but they're also not easy to find. And the one I want most is Spidey, and his is always the most expensive.
Okay, that's the one that's most expensive. Yeah, around 135 to 150 bucks.
So speaking of a really good deal, Rob, I believe that I saw you show off a slab of Showcase number 101. The first Bronze Age appearance of Hawkman. Am I correct?
I don't think so.
Okay, so that's your fault. So I'm 99% sure. I'm 99% sure that you exposed me to that Showcase. And if not, my brain only remembers you exposing me to that Showcase.
Come on, Rob. Figure it out.
And so anyhow, but the point is, again, I got into another online auction, and I won Showcase number 102, the second Bronze Age appearance of Hawkman and Hawkgirl.
Beckerman.
Oh, sorry.
Are we tracking Bronze Age first appearances?
I was.
Got it. Cliff needs more coffee. Afternoon, Kamikaze.
Cute.
Good. It's quite an exposure. It's all your fault.
Hello.
Rob exposed himself? What? Oh, goodness gracious. No, I definitely do not have that book.
Or the one before it.
No.
All right, so maybe we were on a panel together, but it came up, and for whatever reason, it stayed with me, and my brain connected it to you. Can you imagine if it's somebody else's?
Something you saw something pop up, and you thought of me. I'm glad we could get that squared away. Moving on.
Blame Rob 2025. Can we make that the first hashtag? Okay, so all right.
First is first, not his 20th.
For circumstances, I think I don't remember what his giveaway. I think it was 1K or 2K for circumstances, but that evening I was on and I won this. And we all know how much I love John Romita Jr., right?
Oh.
But I won from him this third appearance of Black Cat signed by John Romita Jr.
Okay, but that's a different. That John Romita Jr. is not bad in this era.
No, because he has people helping him that can uplift his work. You know, like the symmetry of Black Cat's face is definitely John Romita Jr.'s fault, but Spidey's body is, whoever the house artist was who was touching him up, and I appreciate them.
If Chris exposes himself, is it considered northern exposure?
It is. As a half Canadian, I can verify that.
What is happening to the show?
Wait a second. You say that like you haven't been on for the last 174 episodes.
What is happening? Okay. All right.
At this point, you should know what to expect.
Especially from me.
Like the immortal Biggie Shaq.
Hello, Biggie.
Oh, Biggie. Mwah, mwah.
But the one thing I can say positively about JRJR is that the man, even though his signature is small, he does pick great signing spots. As we can see on this slab, there's not many good signing spots, but he did manage to find the best spot to tag it. And I'll give him kudos for that.
I will.
But nothing he's drawn in the last 5 years.
He doesn't have the smallest signature, though.
No. It might be the most simplistic.
All right, let's start to the new season. All right, Cliff, we get about like one more or so to the halfway mark.
2 more will be close to the halfway mark.
2 more.
Yes, and I'm gonna try and find. I want to end on a very nice note.
You want to end it on a cliffhanger?
Yes, I do. So we'll get back to we're gonna go with oddities, and then we'll go with a real big finish for part 1. So my oddity is I had no idea that Neil Adams had this original character, and her name is Miss Mystic, and only 2 issues were printed by Pacific Comics. So I got 2 loose copies for $6, and for $18, I got this 9.2 number 1.
Oh,
the origin issue of Miss Mystic.
So her mystical powers are completely tied to the earth, and she's basically like a mystical environmentalist, and it's just as crazy and mildly erotic as you could possibly imagine the mind of Neil Adams providing you.
So it's from the pages of Swamp Thing. I see.
Yep, a little bit, yeah. But anyhow, I was like, it was one of those things I couldn't resist. And then on the back, Jack Kirby's Silver Star, which I had never heard of.
Oh.
So anyhow, this thing was just a whole freaking delight, Slay Cliff, and happy birthday, Mother. Thank you, Mark. It was so awesome being on the Legion Lair on Friday. All right, we're going to end big. And I'm going to end big because, and actually Biggie is the one who's like, Cliff, why don't you show this off more often, when he actually saw it a few nights ago. And so this gentleman on eBay recognized me, right? When I made him an offer and accepted the offer and messaged me and took $150 off the price. And this is Jimmy Olsen's first cover appearance, Action Comics number 147. Slow down! Now, I know Rob has seen this before, but this one I'm really proud of this year.
What issue number?
147.
It took 147 issues
to get Jimmy on the cover.
To get Jimmy on the cover of Action Comics?
Yes.
Oh, that's a big strike against DC. Like,
well, and so funny that it should be the episode where Superman is put in charge of the Lovelorn column for the newspaper.
What the?
And I love, again, the classic advertising on the back. Phenomenal.
Rope him in, partner.
And a top thrills from the 21st century with Tommy Tomorrow.
Tommy Tomorrow. Yeah, we don't forget about him.
Nope.
Got several appearances of him in Showcase.
Yep. And also, it's implied that at one point in time, it's implied that Tommy Tomorrow is Pete Ross's abducted son. But I don't think they ever tied up that storyline. But Pete Ross, Superman's childhood friend, who protected his identity his entire childhood and into adulthood, when his child was abducted and the Legion intervened and told Superman, no, this has to happen, like to keep the timeline in order, Superman didn't do anything, and Pete Ross lost his mind and just constantly was going after Superman after that. Poor guy. But way off from what I was thinking. Just Action Comics, Jimmy Olsen. Awesome.
Wow. Well, that's a great first half, Cliff. Thank you very much. We're going to put you on standby for a moment. We'll get to the second half in just a moment. But it is that time of the show where we have to do some giveaways because that's really what the people want. They don't care about us. No, they do. They care. They come for the comics, but they stay for even more comics. So this time, ladies and gentlemen, I did love it. So it's Cliffy time. There's our hashtag. Enter that in. You'll be entered in for our pull here from the giveaway box. We're going to pull 7 books from the greatest weekly pull box on YouTube. We ship internationally. Everybody who's watching, you may go ahead and enter without fear, no cost to you. We're going to see if we give Chris a heart attack. But in the interim, Chris, what's coming up for you over on the Comic Vet YouTube channel?
Blood thinners, I guess, but
Sounds tasty.
watch for my new comic book day haul video for this past Wednesday in the next little bit, maybe today, perhaps tomorrow. A little bit later next week, it'll be my 2025 hunt list, books I'm going to be tracking down in 2025. And as always, Wednesday, it's Show Us What You Got, the live new comic book day hangout, where it's an open invitation for anyone to come show their new comic book day books or books that they recently picked up for their PC. Thank you, Rod.
Stupendous. And Cliff, what is coming up on your channel, as well as, I guess, in the limit yourself to just the next couple of days, because people don't have an eidetic memory. Where will we find, let's just say this weekend, where are we going to find you today and tomorrow on YouTube?
So tonight I'm going to be on Nerdy Musings podcast, and they have a YouTube channel. So like, I think under podcast is where we will air, but then they'll put the video up later. But that's tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. I don't know how to give you the details on the live, so I'm sorry about that, but there's that. Then tomorrow, 5 p.m., the Council of Comics, we're doing Die Hard 3.
Real quick, Kingdom of Nerds, it's Cliffy, where there's a Y there, just so you know. Go ahead. Sorry, Cliff.
And so Council of Comics tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. We're going to cover Die Hard 3. And then 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night, I'll be on with Black Crown Comics as his first guest of the year. And then Monday nights, we always do New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week with the Council of Comics, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll just push in this last one Tuesday night, because I'm not usually out and about on Tuesdays. I'll be on Paul in the 619. There we go.
Stupendous. Woo! Well, for myself, folks, coming up in the hopper, of course, being Monday Mail Call, we're kicking off 2025 with a banger, a book that may be on the year-end list for 2025 pickups. Just saying.
It's funny, we both now start thinking about the last damn show of the year.
Well, we passed the other one, so now it's time to start this one. Oh, and coming up, maybe even as early as this week, CGC is finally released my books from incarceration, and they are on their way to me. The books that will not be considered part of the 2025 year end, but yeah, now that we did our 2024 year end, CGC finally released them from incarceration. So on apparently on good behavior, I think they're still going to be required to stay at home. They're going to have ankle bracelets monitoring where my slabs travel. But hey, home arrest.
So we'll make an asterisk show. It's what could have made the list.
Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, let's get in this. There's 76 people watching, 72 entries. That is by far the highest ratio we've ever had. Let's pull it. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Wheel of fish. Boop, boop. Nick's
Nick.
Picks and Comics.
Oh,
Poor
It's
poor
like we
Mad
talked about him, and then he won.
Yeah. Poor
yes.
Mad Spidey got teased there. Just that last hang up for a second, like, oh, did I win? No, sorry.
Congratulations,
You're
Nick.
a
Baby.
savage.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Watch your back.
Here we go. We got the box. Cliff, you know the routine. You get to do the first one. What are we pulling for Nick?
I'm so excited. Let's do this. Okay. We're gonna do 6 from the back. Grab 6 and 7.
I've been waiting 175 plus episodes to win. And we plug his mystery boxes, and then he wins.
There you go. Okay.
9 from the front. Grab 8 and 9.
Come on, Riley. Wait.
All right.
All right. So that gives me 3 more, right?
Yes.
All right. Run your finger. Stop. Grab the front book. Run your finger. Stop. Grab the back book. And run your finger. Stop. Grab the front book. Let's see how I did. Let's see how I did. Let's see how I did.
This one's a lot less expensive for me.
Oh,
Nick, you get 1 in 25 ratio variant of New Mutants, issue 25.
okay.
You get the X-Men annual, number 16. You get Batman 428, Death in the Family, Death of Jason Todd.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. All right.
That's very nice.
Yes, Mad Spidey, we will be restocking the box tonight on your show.
Yeah, I'll be there.
We have the Mighty Thor, 442.
All right. All right.
Hero No More.
Yeah. Some Beta Ray Bill action.
We have Captain America 218.
Okay. Captain and Falcon and some Iron Man guest starring.
Captain America 312, the first appearance of Flag Smasher.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we have the collector's edition of Shadow of the Bat, issue number 1, first appearance of Victor Zsasz.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
All in the poly bag with all the extras.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Nick.
Bub.
I think OnlySlabs should be given away on OnlySlabs. Yeah? Are you donating a bunch there, Slabs? They're Bubs.
Donate them, Bubs. Donate them.
Yeah. Anyways, congratulations, Nick. I'll reach out to you if I don't have your ship.
Oh, he wants them sent to Cat Fan.
Yeah, okay. Now you gotta now things become challenging. Thank you. All right.
Cat Fan, reach out to Rob with your
No. I got
I'm
Cat
sure he
Fan's
has it.
information. I just have to label it now and remember differently because I can't simply look at my screen. Cat Fan.
Oh, Cat Fan's excited. Yay.
All right, there you go. That's coming your way. Let's get back on to we will do another oops, it was already there. We will do another pull before the show ends. So make sure you're sticking around for that. And let's go ahead and get Cliff back into the position of power. Nope, didn't work. There we go.
Okay. So we do. So
I had to blow Cliff to make him big.
Oh, frig. Whoever clips that, send it to me, please.
All right, Cliff. Second half, second verse, same as the first, a whole lot louder and a whole lot worse, as they used to sing. Make sure you guys are following Cliff down below. All the links on his YouTube and Instagram. Make sure you're following him as well. And don't forget, follow Comics Curing Cancer while you're at it. That link's down below too. All right. Sorry, Cliff.
You got to blow harder, Rob. Oh, my goodness. All right. So,
Jim.
I got a box from Old Man Collectibles, and there was 2 slabs in it. And this one was great. It's the first appearance of the Adaptoid, who later becomes the Super Adaptoid.
Oh, I approve of this book as a Tales of Suspense guy. I definitely approve.
Great Scott!
So highly approve. Also, shout out to Old Man Collectibles. His boxes always joyful.
Yeah. Nice grade.
Can't get away from Cliff, but not complaining. Thanks, Mike. All right. Next up, we know I'm a Superman fan, and also this was a very affordable win and a newsstand edition for a 1981 book. But I feel like newsstand in 1981 is not a big deal at all.
No, it's not.
You know, so
I think
doesn't
that
matter
would be the big deal.
because it's a big first appearance for someone that I happen to adore, and that's Action Comics number 521, the first appearance of Vixen.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So I'm very happy to get this. Like I said, I said earlier, I love my ladies. So there we go. All right. Next, purely out of love for the character. And again, I paid fiendishly low prices for this book, a book that I cherished collecting in my youth. And it's issue 1 of Jerry Ordway's Power of Shazam.
I do like this cover. It's got a cool cover.
And of course, I love how it mentions the original Captain Marvel.
Right.
But these painted covers for the Power Shazam were phenomenal. This book is like ridiculously underlooked. I don't know when people will appreciate it for what it is.
I think almost all painted covers just look, there's something special about a painted cover that, just, that's why I love a lot of those Dell, stuff that they did. There's so many great painted covers, and they always just, there's something special about them. We definitely need more of them.
We definitely do. All right. So I'm in full agreement, but I have a lot of books, so I'm trying to make the best of it. I really happen to enjoy the universe of Radiant Black, and here is this lovely Virgin 1 in 25 variant of Rogue Sun number 1, and Radiant Black is present on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a Higgins cover?
This is a Nakula cover.
Okay.
And with that, it just doesn't feel right to have a Rogue Sun number 1 without a Radiant Black number 1, this 1 in 10 Radiant Black 9.8 cover.
Nice.
So, and I can't say enough nice things. Like, everyone's like, oh, Energon Universe, Ghost Machine, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get, like, it's all good, but, like, Radiant Black is really serving it up. Radiant Black, Rogue Sun, Radiant Pink. They do the annual Supermassive every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really am digging it. It's a whole lot of fun. So
I know that when it first started, I was picking it up and reading it, and like when the big swerve happened initially, I thought, oh wow, this is a really cool thing. And then I don't know, somehow it just, as they were introducing the various team members, it just lost momentum for me. I'm glad to hear that it's kicked back up.
Yeah, well, he took a little bit of a break too, and that did not help. Right?
Oh yeah, well,
taking
okay,
breaks
That's
in
what I was going to say.
does
You
not
lose
have,
momentum. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
But the fact that there's 2 Radiant Blacks and they're being challenged to see who the better Radiant Black is, so they broke the book off into A and B, which is upsetting for customers because now why am I buying 2 books? But A and B stories are like which one is going to be the better Radiant Black, and it's all coming to a hilt. And the most recent or the next issue, I think, is it becomes one title again as the final decision is made. So I'm
They're gonna
fascinated.
fight and have to cut off each other's heads, and there can only be one.
I mean,
Oh.
like, that's what I love about
Franchise.
independent books. That's what I love about independent books. Somebody may have to die, and for the story to move on, and consequences will be faced. Something we never see happen in things like Amazing Spider-Man. So,
Got it.
speaking of Spider-Man,
nice shot.
You're
Speaking of
speaking Chris's language.
I have every Ultimate Spider-Man cover except for cover A. But I was very happy when my cover B came back to me in a 9.8.
Oh, okay. You're of the current run of Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yes.
Got it.
Beautiful Chiquetto. Love it. Giving me Ben Riley vibes for days. So I was thrilled with this. I'm happy I have at least one 9.8.
So I am curious, Cliff, because I'm a big collector of Ultimate Spider-Man, trying to help solely support this title for Marvel to keep it going.
Solely.
When you say you have all the covers except for cover A, there's a lot of cover. You mean only the initial released ones, or you talk about store variants and
all the initial released ones minus A.
So the regular covers, not the store, excluding store exclusives and retailer incentive variants, or including retailer incentive variants.
I have 2 of the incentive variants.
Nice.
And I think there's
Con variants. Yeah.
Is there only 2 incentive variants?
Yeah, I think there was a 1 in 25 and a 1 in 50. I think. Oh, was it? No, there was a 1 in 100. There was a J. Scott Campbell 1 in 100 for issue 1.
I'm looking right now.
All right, so it's the one
because there was that J. Scott Campbell with the trade dress. The Virgin variant was a 1 in 100.
So I do not have the 1 in 100, and I don't have the A cover.
Yeah, retailer exclusives are a long box worth of comics, almost.
Yeah,
because I do have a good number of them, and
I had multiple friends tell me they did not have issue 1 and that they couldn't afford it, and I sent them to places where you could get multiple retailer incentive variants for $7.
Yeah,
and I
was fortunate. I do have 2 copies of number 1. I have one in a 9.8 and one that's raw of the A cover, but it was not easy.
We made it through my first box. All right, I'm just gonna do this quickly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now, Rich, if you're watching this, you tell me if you remember this being a duplicate. I don't think it's a duplicate. It is the Carnage Reigns Omega number 1, and I won this on DJ Lynx's Whatnot, supporting comics curing cancer. And I had to outbid T-Bizzle for this one.
I can guarantee you that this was not on this show before, because I have never seen this cover.
Awesome. Okay, good. I feel really good. So I feel really good about this one.
This is the Miles Morales Iron Spider-Man.
Yes, it is. And the first there's 2 first appearances for this outfit, and they're both part of this crossover. But I love both covers, but this is the first one of them that I have that's slabbed.
I'll have to take a look at that, because I thought it showed up first in
no, it shows up first in Miles Morales.
In Ultimate, yeah.
Yeah. But anyhow, I want both of them slabbed. I've got 1 down, 1 to go. It's a great looking book.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. There's definitely sweet. Absolutely.
Now we're getting
Speaking of Ultimate Spider-Man and the ratios, there's a 1 in 10, a 1 in 25, Tony S. Daniel, where his costume is ripped on him. Then we have a 1 in 100, David Marquez, which is Peter in the skyline with a bunch of doves around him, and then the 1 in 500 where by
one in
Campbell, where Peter
and
MJ are doing the 2-step there.
That's a 1 in 500?
1 in 500 Virgin variant.
Yeah.
Not a fan of that cover personally, but
Yeah, I wasn't either. And for 1 in 500, it's kind of like, I don't know.
yeah, the 1
Who
in
cares?
100 is gorgeous.
Woo. All right, so now we're going to get into what my 2024 goals were. So my 2024 goals were, and it did not work out accordingly, but it was Defenders, Invaders, and Marvel Team Up. And I thought to myself at the time, foolishly, this shouldn't be so hard. There's not that many people looking for this stuff anyway. Big mistake. Big mistake. But I didn't get to check everything off my list that I wanted to, but I got some choice things checked off the list. And one of them was I got a great deal, $67 for this 9.2 Invaders #1.
Yeah, freeze frame. Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's Mad Spidey's favorite vignette.
I love this series. Absolutely love it. Phenomenal job, Cliff.
And I love the cover, and I'm so happy that I won this. Like, so exciting. Unfortunately, so the only other thing I checked off the box was I did get their first appearance, as you see back here.
Nice.
Which I cannot recall if it was on my last appearance on the show or not, but shout out to the first appearance. And this, so in 2024, I acquired both of those. So I checked a little bit off my Invaders list. Then,
hey, you should definitely complete that run. Both Mad Spidey and I were able to complete our Invaders runs in 2024. We hope you'll join us in 2025.
I hope so too. Piss off with that crap. What are you talking about?
He's talking about the Macho Man. Don't worry.
Oh, Macho Man. As I slip into Marvel Team Up, I'll slip into this amazing Spider-Man 700 that I picked up.
Nice.
Which is
You recognize that one there, Chris, don't you?
I do.
He does. Look at that.
It made his 2024 list.
Yes. So now this happened because, as you're looking at those bids on My Comic Shop and you're just like, okay, well, I'll put in a small bid for this thing and we'll just see if I end up winning it. I ended up winning it.
Nice.
It's a great cover.
Yeah. And I got it for like $19. Like, yeah, I was like, okay. Now,
I don't know how it is. I keep hearing all these stories about these auctions on My Comic Shop, but every single time I'm involved in an auction on My Comic Shop, no.
it's a
They're the
bloodfest.
books. Everybody's like freaking going after the same book I am, and it's like goes up, and I'm like, well, I'm pulling my parachute and getting out of here.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Rob. So one of the books that I was fighting to the death for is my next book. If there's multiple books that people are fighting to the death, little books like this, you get cheaply, right? Because everyone is fighting over a bigger book. Now, it just so happens there was an even bigger book than this that everybody was fighting for. Two or three bigger books than this. And I got this one for $140, which I stand by being a reasonable price. And I recently saw it sell for $225. But I did get my 8.5 Marvel Team Up #1.
Nice.
Oh,
very nice.
Which, of
Marvel
course,
Team Up. Yeah, go ahead.
First unofficial appearance of Misty Knight. It takes place at Christmas time. It presents gorgeously in an 8.5. Spidey has his first of many team-ups with his best bud, the Human Torch. I can't say enough things.
Yeah, and Marvel Team Up, a fabulously popular title that a lot of people have fond memories of because it was readily one of those books that was available on spinner racks and stuff when you went to the stores, and you could pick it up, and it was a standalone story, so you didn't need to know what was going on before it. You didn't need to try to race to the store and hope that they had the next time you go there. Being able to pick up this title, so that's a great one. Yeah, Cat Fan. Oh wow, this is awesome. Love Marvel Team Up #1. Lucky Ducky, 100%. Very good. I want to get my #1 upgraded.
Ooh.
Welcome to Only Crowns. Emperor Cliff.
Yes. So again, I did not get to check off all of my Marvel Team Up accomplishments, but again, I scored this again decent price, and it wasn't even an auction. It was a private sale. It was a consignment sale on my comic shop. I scored this for $55, a 9.2 Marvel Team Up number 65.
Oh, first American appearance of Captain Britain.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, I'm sorry. I paid 66 for this. 66.
Okay.
Why I'm so into the prices. I think I just want to remind people that if you're just out there and vigilant, like you're gonna find good prices. I guess that's like my sub theme. But I'm really happy with this.
Nothing. Never. Don't worry, Cliff. Keep moving.
Yep. We understand what the sub theme means.
That's a very different sub theme.
If you pitch it down the middle, man, I'm gonna take it downtown. I'm just saying.
I'd love to pitch it down your middle and take it.
Oh, come on, Cliff.
I'm just saying, I'm very flexible, literally and physically, Chris.
Okay.
Just saying.
Chris, if he's pitching to you, then you're catching.
Yeah,
Oh no, Chris doesn't ever have to worry about catching. Never has to worry about catching. You know, but he has to be a good batter.
What would have? Oh.
Let's follow Cliff on Comics. Oops, let me switch the title. So right there, Instagram and YouTube. Links down below. Welcome. All right, what you got next here, buddy?
So
It looks
we
like
all
you got
know,
some shirtless action now.
I mentioned we did. There's an ounce of shirtlessness here. I mentioned the Defenders. So of course there are multiple pre-Defender books, and it starts with the end of Doctor Strange and starts to slip into the Submariner and Hulk. I did not get all of them, but I did score 2 of them. The first being Submariner number 34, where Hulk and Silver Surfer make an appearance and is a prelude to the first Defender story.
Oh,
Nice.
And this Submariner number 34, so this one cost me 66 as well.
I like the color of the trade dress for that issue.
Oh, absolutely. I love that. I love that blue, and the blue matches the water blue for him. It's so cool. It's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So love that. And then, and it's funny because I believe that I bought that one second and this next one first. This next one, yeah. So this is Submariner number 35, which I got for $42, also in a 6.5.
Phenomenal.
Nice.
The Mighty Avengers, Submariner.
Yep. And of course, the Avengers are there to give them problems.
They're always getting in the way.
Those of you who know your Avengers Defenders history know that there will always be a problem. Comic Cap said he's behind, but I have no dupes. Yeah, baby. Yep. All right.
The Avengers are so pesky because we all know that Submariner is such an easily likable guy.
Okay, he is problematic, but like Doctor Strange is usually pretty reasonable. Even, by the way, all of Doctor Strange's dialogue in the 70s and early 80s is outrageous. You know, follow me, you insidious imp. You know, look above, you look above, you ignorant ogre. I'm like, okay, by the hoary house of Ogarth. And I'm like, oh my, you need to chill, Steven.
Are you saying that he's a little verbose?
He's like so verbose. I was like, okay, obviously a writer came along and got tired of this shit and was like, I need to switch it up.
I thought it was just the New Yorker in him. Okay.
I wish. But anyhow, as I was saying, the Avengers and the Defenders would clash, and they would clash in the infamous Avengers versus Defenders war, which I do have 5.5 slab of issue of Avengers number 116.
Nice.
Which I love all those covers, and this is by far one of my favorites, probably because I just love Vision and Surfer so much. Oh, shout out to Philtastic.
Yep. There you go. Happy belated to Cliff. His passion and excitement for his collection make this a great episode. Cheers. Well, thank you so much, Phil. We appreciate the support of Comics Curing Cancer. And let's see, we did that one. This one's for you, sir.
I wish.
You're welcome.
I would have loved some of his free refills back then.
All right, we're here. Kenneth, thank you. Kenneth is here. Let's
you.
roll. Listen, we got to wrap this baby up. Let's get this train rolling.
Well, actually, it's funny you say that because now it's story time because this is my last book.
Oh,
Phenomenal! Right on time.
Yes,
It's like we know we're professionals.
so
Without the professional.
Yeah, but we did okay. I really wanted this book this year. Really wanted it. Okay, like out of my mind looking for this book.
You absolutely needed it.
I did. It became the I must have this book. By the way, also I got that Captain America and that Batman backbreaking. These two are new this year. Shout out to them. And also this signature series, George Perez, the New Titans. Oh, and it's a 9.8 signature series, $88 on my comic shop. Again, consignment. Shout out to them.
Last book, except these ones over here.
Yeah, well,
guys, focus.
I want to bring them up because like they're important to me, and like the George Perez one was right after he died, so I was really excited to get something with his signature because I do have a signature a couple times, right? All right, so did I turn tricks for the book? No, I know you would love that story, but anytime that I actually would turn tricks for a book, I mean, like I'm benefiting because whoever it is has got to be hot enough for me to want to do it. So it's probably never going to happen. So I'm at Terrificon, and there's this guy there, and but I would for you, Chris. Don't worry, we'll work it out. Spider-Man.
All right, let's go.
So like, I'm there, and there's this guy, and the only reason I don't blast him is because we have mutuals, right? And he's a seller, and he has this book in a 7.0, and he's trying to sell it to me for $700, and it's got a crease in the front cover. And what do we always say here on OnlySlabs, right? Buy the book, not the grade. You want presentation, right? So why would I want a 7.0, $300, which is outrageous, and there's a crease on the cover, you know? So anyhow, I went home, got online. I won two of them. I won one in a 6.0 or 6.5, which now belongs to Lady Fantastic. And I got the other one in an 8.0 for $12.17. I think it cost me $12.30 after shipping or whatever, but I succeeded in achieving the first appearance of the Defenders in this Marvel feature number 1.
Oh.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yeah! Yeah!
Rob's a fan of the Defenders.
So
It's a great book.
it is a great book. And I gotta tell you, like, it's so funny reading it, and that like Doctor Strange keeps trying to cobble this team together. The first 3 Marvel features are not even related. He's like, yes, I need to assemble you. And it's just like, and they're like, why do you do this? And Hulk and Submariner leave angry every time. And then like finally issue 3 of the Defenders, like Hulk and Submariner have just accepted that, okay, we're doing this annoying team. And Silver Surfer is straight up says to Doctor Strange, screw you. You told me that I would have a chance to get free. And like every other human I've put my faith into, you disappointed me. And the woman that they went to save in the other dimension became crazy because she became obsessed with the demon that she was a part of, because she was a part of the demon too long. So now when Steven brought her back to the real world, her mind could not heal because she was obsessed with being part of the demon. She missed him. She missed being part of him. She was shattered. And Doctor Strange at the end of issue 3 is devastated because he's like, I thought I could be the leader of this team, but really, what have I accomplished? Surfer is still trapped on Earth, and the woman we went to rescue now has a fractured mind.
Cliff,
So
what's it say on the right side of that blue label?
you better believe it. Origin and first appearance of the Defenders. Death of Yandroth. Baron Mordo appears in the Doctor Strange backup story. That's the other thing. The Doctor Strange in the mask that ended the last series that we saw appear briefly between the end of Doctor Strange and this was Baron Mordo all along. And Steven resurrected, shows up, and does battle with him to reveal that it's been Baron Mordo all along. Like,
I think. Oh, go ahead.
Not Agatha, but Born Mordor all along.
That's right. That's right.
I think it's important here. Again, although he had you read the left side or right side of the label, would you, just in case somebody doesn't know, because this is a fabulous cover, hit them with that cover artist.
So the cover artist here is Dan Heck and Frank Giacola. And if you have not heard Frank Giacola's name before, just put it into YouTube search and go have fun. And I'm sure you will probably find many videos, including videos where Rob has mentioned him.
It's great.
Am I right? I hope I'm right. But it is a great cover. I love this cover.
Ladies and gentlemen, Papa Wheelie had dropped a $5 super chat for Cliff making Rob annoyed. Well, I thank you for your super chat regardless. We appreciate you. This one is for you, Papa.
Bet she gives great helmet.
Kiss me. No.
Lord Helmet, what? You're needed on the bridge, sir. Knock on my door. Knock next time.
Yeah, there we go. I want Cliff to narrate and summarize all comics now. It's like hearing another story, much better.
Louise and that man.
Oh, great. Great book. Great books. Actually, hashtag Cliff rules. We got to drop in there. Fabulous. Cliff, that was a powerful book to end your episode on. We thank you so much for coming on here in the month of Cliff. We're dropping a bunch of books there for us. It is time for us to do another giveaway. And I think it's Happy New Slabs. Yeah, that'll be our giveaway here. Let's see what else we got here coming in here. All jokes aside, seriously, I'm happy for you, Cliff. Belated blasted them. Yep. And let's see. You know what we haven't done? I should do while we're doing this. Everybody hitting the Happy New Slabs. Get that going. Let me see. Where's my media stuff here? We got to acknowledge our channel members. So real quick, a special thanks out to the Goon Squad members. Stephen C., Legion of Comics, DJ Links, Dr. Von Hoot, Dale of Suspense, Justin Birch Letters, Circumstances, Austin LeMay, Mad Spidey, Collecting with Thurs, Chuck Hensey, Lone Eagle, Comiverse, Deadman, Anachronic Comics, Colossus Collector, JG, Team Ohana, still only 35 cents, Cliff on Comics, Bearded Comic Bro, Never Could Figure It Out, The Adventurous Joe, Jay Knows the Way, Valen Rook, Omnibo, and 1063 Comics. Thank you guys all so much for being supporters at the highest level. We will hit the channel, the Henchman, in a moment. And shortly after this episode has ended, you can check the community section of the channel, and we will post for the Goon Squad and Henchman members who the Henchman of the month for December is. So here's a teaser. Giveaway was won by someone. Congratulations. I know. There you go. 54 out of 75. Come on, guys. Get that entry in. We're only going to get this going a little bit longer here. Happy New Slabs. That's going to be there. We're going to do giveaway. We're pulling 7 books from the giveaway box, the greatest giveaway box, weekly giveaway box on YouTube. We always got to preface that because there might be a better one. It's like once a month or something else, but weekly.
I wonder what's a really great once a month one.
There could be several. Who knows?
Could it be the 2-time award-winning Council of Comics? Oh no.
Maybe. Deadman comic show. Hit the thumbs up, guys. Don't forget. Yes, please do. We appreciate you there. Channel member for 18 months. Appreciate that. 77, only 55 likes. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, people. Absolutely. All right. I'm going to give you guys a 10, a 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one. I'm pulling right after this.
It would have been
All right.
good if you actually pulled it like and pushed the button at the same time. Anyway.
Oh no, I wanted to spin while this was visible to everybody. Boom! Kenneth Bird.
Oh.
Congratulations, Kenneth Bird, our winner today. Chris, what are we pulling for Kenneth?
All right, let's get you all set up here, Rob, and we'll put Rob over here. And Rob will take number 3 from the front, number 3 from the back. We'll rock and roll for Kenneth. Don't call me Marty Bird. Watch your back.
Got it.
Now let's let it ride. And stop. And the book towards the wall only. Since we're going for an odd number. And stop. Those 2 books.
Ooh.
Ooh. And stop. In those 2 books.
Whew. Let's see what we got here.
You're welcome, Kenneth.
It only took him 4 days to get a win in 2025.
Nice. He's off to a good start.
It's a nice, fun pull. First up, a book of series I'm super fond of. Bombshells Annual number 1. I like the Bombshells series. Diesel Punk reimagination of the.
Is that a Dodson cover, Rob?
Yeah, it is. I think.
Okay.
Yep, Dodson.
Very nice.
Great cover here. Iron Man 256.
Nice.
Very nice. I knew I saw the words iron, or the words Iron Man.
Aranya, issue 1.
Oh, very nice.
Nova, issue number 1.
Yes.
Yeah, now that's the Nova one I'd like to see given away.
Not the other one from the other
Not the other one.
Captain America 334, Lamar Hoskins becomes Bucky.
Yep.
Very nice.
Great book.
Thanks, Battlestar.
Batman, the New 52, issue number 2, the first appearance of Talon.
Nice. Key book. Iron Man.
And then, congratulations. This is the original. This is not a facsimile, because a facsimile of this has been done out. This is Frank Miller cover. Daredevil 181, The Death of Elektra.
Ooh,
Holy cow!
that is Marcus's. No, is it Marcus's or is it Scotty's birthday book? It might be Scotty's birthday book.
I don't know, but congratulations. A great book there. Pick up there, Marty. Or Marty. Look what you did to me, Chris. Kenneth. Congratulations. We'll get those books out to you very, very shortly. Guys, everybody, thank you all for coming out and joining us and celebrating Cliff on to this week's episode of Only Slabs. Next week, we're right back here again to do the same thing we do. But this time, we'll be joined by our guest, Doghouse Comics. Incredible collection. So
look what he's got there, Rob. Look what he's got there.
He has a collection. I was so excited when he responded after like the 3rd or 4th reach out to come on the show. So Doghouse Comics, our guest next week on OnlySlabs. Check us out. And until next time, guys, make sure you subscribe, everybody. Hit those links. Follow Comics Curing Cancer. Check us out on Spidey's Outback this evening when we will be reloading the giveaway box. Yeah. All right, guys, until next time, make sure you collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, especially me. I mean, I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.